my name is Caitlin. I'm your mindfulness coach, and I help support women in sharing tips and tricks to get unstuck in their life and to create a more fulfilled, desired life. So let's get to it. Today, I want to talk about something that can really get you stuck in your head and really get you stuck in your brain. And sometimes this is something that's like you don't really see it. It's like your reality. And unless you see it otherwise, it's gonna kind of run your life. And I guess that's applicable to like a lot of things, but this is something that will prevent you from going forth. And I have much experience in it, so to me, it's like the most relative. That is perfectionism. I want to talk about how perfectionism can really get in the way of you successfully committing to what you want to do, and a couple tricks on how you can kind of get out of that perfectionist head. First, perfectionism is really rooted in a good intention of you want things to be perfect, look perfect, sound perfect. Usually in the case of that you want to give your best, show yourself as the best, give it your all. You want to look in every like nook and cranny so that you can really give your best to your client or best to the project, your business. But sometimes what happens is that you want it so perfect that you actually prevent yourself from doing it. This could be in the form of procrastination. You're staying in one thing for so long and you want it perfect that it takes a long time to do it. Another way perfectionism shows up in your life is when you're so committed to something you can't really see anything else. For a lot of people, including me, this means work, but this can be not a genuine sense of commitment. It can actually be like you're afraid of what people will think of you if you're late. You're afraid of what people might say if you don't stay later, or if you do stay later. It's coming from like a fear base is the relative level here. Noticing that like the reason you do things is because you're scared and you're fearful of something outside of yourself. For me, in my experience, perfectionism has been rooted in fear of rejection, fear of not being it the best that it can be, and me not showing up as the best I can be. Because if I don't show up as the best I can be, you guys can laugh at me, you guys can like judge me, you make fun of me, and I know that like coming from my side. So why not take the time to make it perfect so that I can give it away like hands-free, it's all good. But that moment in time of it being hands-free and all good may never actually come. You can always work on something and critique something. You may not actually learn what you want to learn if you keep it and keep critiquing it. In my journey of working with my perfectionist like quality is that I need to not think too much about it, and I need to just finish it, and that's it. I need to let it go. That's actually allowed me to not only learn what I want to learn and like grow in the craft and grow in the subject, but also it allows me to gain more confidence in myself. Not only am I giving something out that people can like reject to, but I'm also showing up for me. I'm courageous in the fact that I like literally my fear is to give something away that's not perfect, and I'm giving something away that's not perfect, and that's like really cool. You did it. You did it. These are a couple of ways of perfectionism, and if you have any more, please put them in the comments below. Any sort of perfectionist things that you experience in your life, I would love to know, because like there's so many little things and it's so interesting to understand and really to like grab hold of, but also really good to acknowledge when we see it in our lives, because that's when we can shift it into something that's benefits us rather than holds us back. A couple of tricks to get out of like the perfectionist kind of style is to first is commitment. Finishing a goal, you're gonna finish that goal at that time and give it away. No excuses. You're gonna give it away even though you don't like it, or you could spend another 5 hours critiquing it, or you can go over it 2 or 3 more times to make sure you're more prepared. Stay committed and give it away at that specific deadline. Another trick too is that you're never going to be ready. I'm going to say it one more time. You're never going to be ready. The project is never going to be ready. The video is never going to be ready. The speech is never going to be ready. Your business is never going to be ready. Your art project is never going to be ready. It's not going to be ready. And the only way you can learn is to fail forward. The only way you can learn how to be better is to get critiques and give it away so that you can get the feedback to then use it for your next round. Even when you have been in a certain business for 20 years and you have critiqued it and like you have learned a lot, you still won't ever be ready. You still won't ever be 100% comfortable. It's just us being humans, you know? It's important to us. That's why it's uncomfortable. Another trick to get out of your perfectionism is to stay grounded. It's easy to get in your head, and it's easy to get mechanical, and it's easy to get, I want to say, very like masculine in the sense of just like do. Allow yourself to acknowledge that and then like stay grounded. Think of the bigger picture. Lose your focus on the smaller details or the smaller things. Change your focus into the bigger picture and the bigger things. That way you're still on track to what you want to do. You don't get lost. The perfectionism won't really grab hold. You'll be able to stay afloat, for lack of a better term. Really keep your sights forward. So those are some ways that perfectionism can wiggle your way in your life and maybe rule your life. And a couple tricks on how to acknowledge it, but also allow it to leave your life. So I really hope these helped. Please, again, drop any comments or any ways perfectionism has influenced your life. I'd love to hear them. All right, thank you.